All right, hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show. We are back with Lucky today. This is going to be the fourth installment with him. I haven't even had a chance to edit or look at the third installment just yet. Hopefully that's going to come out pretty good. Regardless, this is the fourth time that I'm getting an opportunity to meet with him. We are at our same location, our park, and we got lucky. What's going on, man? You're looking sharp today.
Thank you. I just went and cleaned up in anticipation of doing this video this morning.
Yeah, I made a mistake. Today's Thursday as I'm filming with you, and I tried to get up with you yesterday thinking I had the days mixed up. I went out there to where you're normally at. You weren't there, but I got an opportunity to meet your running mate, and it's interesting about him because he knew me. I thought that he knew me from the videos, but turns out him and I went to middle school together. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, Kurt's my stick, man. We stick together. It's good to have somebody like that when you're out on the streets, because you need to have somebody to watch your back, watch their back, and look out for each other. So that's my stick, man.
Well, he seems like he's in a pretty rough situation, just like you are. But one thing that I do want to say is, he's a very articulate artist, individual himself,
yeah,
and certainly seems pretty damn intelligent.
Oh yeah, he's a very smart guy. Yeah, we have great conversations, me and Kurt, man. Yeah, it'd be cool to get him to come and do some of his videos with us. He'd be good. He could be good for the show too, man.
And that was something that you and I were talking about on the ride over here, was potentially getting the opportunity to feature the both of you together. Not sure if he would be interested in that, but if he is, I would certainly like to get that. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I could get him to come do that with us. I don't think that'd be a problem at all.
And even more, we were talking about, if we were able to give you guys a camera, I guess you guys had already talked about it even prior to me meeting you. You had the idea, or you guys had the idea together, to be filming your day-to-day activities, how you guys get through the day.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting for people out there to see, what it's like being in our shoes, man. It's a pretty crazy life. In a lot of ways it sucks, but in other ways it's kind of cool not to be chained to the normal rules of society, man. Everybody, has to answer to somebody, and pay bills and all that shit, and living like this is something that we don't have to do. I mean, it's a big sacrifice as well, because there's a lot of niceties that we don't get to have because we're out on the streets. But it'd be interesting for people to see how we live, what we do throughout the day, making money, have a running tally of what we both make throughout the day. People would be surprised, because sometimes we can make pretty decent money, better than we could working for a minimum wage job, definitely.
I just can't see the pros outweighing the cons in relation to the lifestyle that you guys are living. But this is the lifestyle that you guys are living, and I guess one way to word it is, you're trying to make the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, I mean, just you see a lot of times, man, homeless people, man, drug addiction goes hand in hand with being homeless, because your addiction sucks up all your time and money, so you can't pay bills and stuff. So yeah, I can try to make it shine and sugarcoat all I want, but it sucks living on the streets, man. It does.
And I want to go even further and talk about today in particular, and maybe even yesterday as well. You mentioned to me that you're not doing too good right this second.
Yeah, I don't feel very good, man. I'm going through withdrawals right now.
When was the last time that you used?
This morning. The problem isn't the using it, the problem is the quality of the stuff I had. It wasn't very good. Wasted all our money yesterday on some bullshit. So that being said, times like these when I'm feeling ill and shit, that's when I really, want to, get the hell into rehab, get detoxed all the way so I don't have to worry about it no more. It sucks. It's like being enslaved to the drug. It really is. It dictates, my every action.
I want to say this. I read a comment recently, and I just want to share this with you because I remember it. Somebody had said, everybody in addiction says that they want to get clean. I guess maybe it was, I can't remember exactly what it said, but everybody in addiction says they want to get clean, but it's who actually does it.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to do, man. It's easy to say, a lot harder to do. So,
Have you taken any steps, and I'm not trying to put any pressure on you asking, but you had mentioned to me the last time potentially trying to call and see about available bed space.
Yeah, I made a call yesterday. I got a call back again today. I gave them my information, so they're supposed to run my insurance and everything, and make sure that my insurance will pay for it, which I already know it will. So I'm calling back today. They're gonna let me know when the next available bed they have scheduled is.
I hope you go. I really want to see you get better. You're a very intelligent guy. I can see through your current situation to the potential of what you could be sober.
Oh yeah, I've been on top and I've been all the way on the bottom, man, in peaks and valleys. So being sober and doing well isn't, when I do it, this won't be the only time I've ever done it. I've had long stretches where I did really well. You just happen to catch me at one of the low points in my life. I've been down like this before a few times, and I never stayed down like this for very long. So I just hope that this time, I get clean and stay that way.
I want to ask about your buddy Kurt. What is his plan? Do you think he'll ever get clean? Does he have desires to get off the drugs?
I don't know, man. Kurt's been living this type of lifestyle for a long time, man. That's he's a real big on anti-establishment, man. Him living this way is kind of like his rebellion against society, man. So I don't know that he'll ever want to change his lifestyle.
Well, that's sad. I mean, it really is, because like I said, I met him yesterday. He knew exactly who I was. He knew my brother. He knew the school that we went to, and I can't remember this guy to save my life. Maybe if I saw him, a picture from back in the school days, I might remember him, but it is just a sad situation to see a good guy. You can tell he's a good guy.
Oh, yeah. Just
wrapped up and consumed by the addiction and the lifestyle.
Yeah. It's, I think a lot for Kurt, it's I don't want to say the drug addiction and everything is a choice, because nobody wants to be chained to a drug, but a lot of times we use to numb ourselves from the pain, man. We've had rough lives, and Kurt especially has gone through a lot of tough shit. So I know he uses to quiet the noise in his head, But as far as like the nomadic lifestyle that he lives, man, that I think that he prefers it that way.
How did you and him meet?
I met him over at a friend's house. He was staying there. I actually started staying there where he was staying at after he left. But I met him over there. He's been doing the flying the sign, selling art for a long time. He's the one that taught me the hustle.
Yeah, like I said, he's an artist as well. When I met with you today, he was out there with his artwork. Yeah. And I mean, he seems very talented.
Yeah, he's a very good artist.
Tattoo artist as well?
Yeah, he's a tattoo artist too. Really smart guy. Me and him, we sit around and we'll do little comedy skits with each other. We'll play off each other, improv, and man, I'd like to get some of that recorded, because some of the super funny shit, man. He's a real articulate, smart guy too, so we play well off of each other.
Man, that's awesome. Like I said, I want to try to get you guys some sort of a camera or some kind of a means to be able to record your day-to-day activities, because I can't even imagine what goes into you know, trying to maintain not being dope sick.
Well, you know, I think that I do want to get that on camera, man. I'm gonna do that. I want to do that for about a week or so, get footage of all that right before I go into the rehab, so that I can give everybody a raw, uncut version of what life is like for us on the streets and doing what we do. You know, a lot of people will be appalled by the way we live, and the people that want to see it, man, it's like a car accident. It's tough to see, but you can't look away. That's the type of shit that will be recording our lifestyle, man. People are interested in seeing that type of stuff. I know they might not like it or approve of it, but they still will want to see it.
It's interesting that you mentioned car accident in relation to people wanting to see just the worst of the worst, it seems like, because I've said that and talked about that with other people as well. Sometimes it's not the feel-good stories that people are so inclined to really want to see. Unfortunately, people want to see, or it seems people want to see more of, is the rough, raw, gritty, just unbelievable struggle of others. Yeah, a lot of people couldn't handle walking in our shoes, man. It's not something just anybody could do and thrive doing. Can we go over here to the bench area? I want to just change it up a little bit. Your haircut still looks good.
Thank you.
Did you get any compliments on your hair?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, it felt good getting a good haircut, man.
I'm actually going to sit down right beside you.
All right.
Yeah, I like to get comfortable too. It's tough holding this damn camera up. All right, a couple things I want to ask about. Your Cash App. There were people who were asking what your Cash App information was. Did you receive any donations?
Yeah, I got a bunch of small donations from a bunch of people, and one person sent me a $25 cash. So all in all, man, it was like $75. Pretty cool, man. It came in real handy. I needed it. Yeah, getting an extra cash flow boost like that, and it's a godsend, because it makes a difference between sometimes if I'm going to be able to eat that night or not. I always make enough money to keep from being dope sick, but sometimes that's all I make, and then I can't have anything else, so having extra money like that sure does, help a lot.
Did they send any messages along with the donations?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Messages, positive messages, support me, and support me wanting to get clean and all that, man. Telling me to keep my head up and all that stuff, man. I try to respond to everybody on the Cash App, sending back, love back to the people that are, sending positive energy to me.
It's crazy that I met you and all of that happened by chance, and then some positive has already come from that. You're seeing other people who are reaching out to you, sending the money that they have sent to you. You even had a woman stop who had seen you on the videos, and the reason I know this because she left a comment and said that she got a chance to see you. Yeah. I'm sure that probably took you by surprise, but talk about that experience a little bit.
Yeah, it did take me by surprise, but it was kind of cool, man. I've actually had quite a few people mention it to me, that they seen me on YouTube and stuff.
Really?
It's kind of surreal, man. Like, I never ever thought I'd do anything like this, so having strangers have an intimate look into my life, it's a little bit strange, but all in all, it's been a positive experience.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I was filming, I don't know if it was the third time, my little introduction, or there was some time that I was filming. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I was basically saying that I've got no idea where all of this goes. I don't know that you ever make it to the detox, and I hope that you do. I will help you in any way to see that happen. I don't know that one day I come out there looking for you and you're just not there and I never see you again. You know, there's no way to tell how all of this is going to play out. And truly, I hope the best for you. And I want it to be known that any chance that I get to sit down and talk with you and film with you, you know, I always have your best intentions in mind, and I just want to see, I would love to see this turn into something good for you.
Yeah, man. You know, you've been great, Joe. I really appreciate, you know, everything that you've done for me, and you know, I have high expectations, high hopes for where this all goes too. And I'm definitely gonna get into rehab and get detox, man. It's that's gonna happen, and we're gonna document that whole thing too. But before I do that, I would like to, like we talked about, get footage of my day-to-day activity, because I do want people to see what it's like. You know, I think it's important for people to know, you know, the struggle that people like me go through every day, because you know, in order for people to be compassionate, man, they need to understand the suffering, you know. So it's important for people to see that.
Well, I definitely want to make that happen. And as a matter of fact, after we get done filming today, I'm going to try to go grab a camera and get something to you today so that we can make that happen immediately.
Okay.
Couple of things. So yesterday I came to look for you. It was the wrong day. I had the days mixed up. You weren't there. I met your buddy Kurt. There was a bunch of other people out there. It seems like that's really where the hangout is. But when I was talking with Kurt and asking him, hey, where's Lucky at? You know, he was pretty concerned about you. He said that, you know, he woke up and you were gone. Your bag was still there. He didn't know what had happened to you. He had thought maybe something bad had happened to you. It's very apparent that Kurt cares about you.
Yeah.
You know, where were you yesterday, if you're comfortable talking about that?
Well, yeah, it's funny you mention that, because when I did run into Kurt when I got back, he's like, he was all worried about me. I was like, oh, you care, because he's a really introverted person. You know, he doesn't talk a lot about, you know,
feelings and things like
shit
that.
like that. So, you know, him showing concern, I teased him a little bit about it, but you know, what happened was, when I went in the morning to go get some coffee, and I ran into somebody that wanted me to go score something for him, and I had an opportunity to make a few bucks doing that. So I went to do that, and it wound up taking longer than I anticipated, and that's all. So by the time I got back up there, you know, I probably got there just shortly after you left, I'd say. I wasn't gone that long.
Well, he was certainly worried.
Yeah, I was a little bit amused at his concern, because he puts on this front like he doesn't care about anything, you know.
Another thing I want to ask you is, you know, we talk about y'all sharing your day-to-day activities. I'd love to see the interaction between you and him. You mentioned the improv skits that y'all do. God, I would love to see that. I think that could be something.
It's really funny stuff, man. We play really well off each other. And it's all improv, you know, like it'll be something that we see, and you know, he'll make a comment in some, you know, funny comical voice, and then I'll pitch in and do it, and we'll just play off of each other a whole entire skit, you know, Saturday Night Live type stuff, and it's usually really funny. I'd like to catch some of that on camera myself.
You know, on a daily basis, how much money does it take for y'all to make it through the day trying to support your habit? Like, on average, what do y'all spend in a day, or what do you spend a day, I guess, is a better way to put it?
Well, between me, myself, usually, you know, 60, 70 bucks. Between the two of us, you know, if we pull our money together, we get a better deal. So for 100 bucks, we can get the same that we would if we were spending 140 separately. So that's usually what we do. We put our money together, usually about 100 bucks a day.
And how much dope is that? Like, roughly, how much does it take to get you?
A couple of grams, about a gram each.
I don't know anything about heroin, but that seems like that's quite a bit to be using on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's a pretty hefty habit, man. It comes in capsules, little plastic caps, and they're about a point each, you know, 10 points in a gram. So they sell them in a bundle's 10 caps. Usually you can get that for, you know, 40, 50 bucks, but
have you ever been robbed trying to?
Yeah, I've had people fucking take my money and not come back, but that was before I got to know all my own dealers and stuff, man. Now that doesn't usually happen a lot. yesterday somebody sold us some shit that was I'm pretty sure it didn't have anything in it at all, man. And you know, that fucking sucked.
I mean, that could have killed you.
Well, I mean,
you don't know what you're putting in your body.
You really don't know. You never do know what you're getting, man, when you're getting from random people. So there's always a danger that, you know, you could get something that's a hot shot and kill you. You know, that's one of the realities about living this life, man. There's always that danger, you know.
Since you've been out here, you know, we're talking 2 years separated from your release from prison, and the time that you've been homeless and the time that you've been dealing with this addiction, you know, how many people have you known who have died?
Oh, several, man. A lot, actually. I lost my best friend right before I got released. You know, we were locked up together at Green Rock for several years. Became really close, and we ran into each other again at Wands Ridge, man. I was like, what the hell? His name was Bird, man. He was a real good friend of mine. And when he got out, you know, we kept in touch. He put money on my books and stuff. And when I was released from prison, I had a warrant in Sullivan County, Tennessee. I had to go there for a few months. And while I was in Sullivan County, he OD'd on his birthday and died before I got to get out and see him, man. That was pretty tough.
Damn. Well, I'm not gonna make this super long with you today. I'm sure today's not a day that you're really feeling having the camera in your face, and I want to say that, you know, recognizing that, I still am grateful for you and your willingness to share and to be so, you know, personal about what's going on with you.
Yeah, I don't usually do a whole lot of half-stepping, man. If I commit to do something, you know, I'm committed, and I'm committed to doing this, man. I feel like it's important. It's important for me to get my story out there. You know, people need to get their eyes open about the realities of, you know, what's going on, you know, out there in these streets.
It doesn't seem like an easy life, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's nothing easy about it.
What's your day consist of after I get up with you? I'm sure trying to go get well, I guess is how you would say.
Yeah, right now that's going to be what I'm going to be doing immediately because I'm feeling pretty bad. Then after that, I'll, you know, back to the grind, making more money. I mean, that's what I got to do all day, is make money all day long in order to be able to rest easy at night. If I don't make enough money during the day, I'm in for a hard night, you know. So that's basically what consumes my whole life. Getting money, getting well, then doing it all over again, you know.
Well, I'm gonna try to go find a camera for you. I'm gonna try to get that back to you today, and I'm hopeful that we can begin y'all sharing whatever you feel you want to share about your day-to-day activities.
Yeah, it's gonna be raw and uncut, man. Like I guess it'll be up to you to put whatever footage we make. You'll be the one ultimately deciding what you're gonna put up in the videos, man. But what I'm gonna give you is gonna be raw and uncut version of a heroin addict's life in the streets, man.
Jesus. Lucky, I want the best for you. There's a lot of people who are seeing these videos who want the best for you as well. They're already starting to become invested in you, and I don't just mean financially.
Yeah, well, emotional investment's probably more important than financial investment, man, because it's more personal, man. And I appreciate all the people that are out there rooting for me. And, you know, just to be clear, you know, me going to rehab, I'm not doing that for everybody else, because ultimately it has to be for myself. But that being said, it doesn't mean I don't appreciate, you know, all the well-wishers and the people, you know, giving me, you know, support in my doing that. So, you know, send out all my love to everybody that's out there thinking about me, and I really appreciate all the positive energy that I've been given throughout this whole experience.
Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up with that. Lucky, I appreciate your time. I'm gonna look forward to getting up with you again real soon, and hopefully seeing your journey end up in a detox program. And
yeah, it's gonna be soon, man. It's gonna be soon. We're gonna catch some of this footage of me out here in the streets before I go, and then I'm gonna go in there, man. Like it's getting ready to happen within the week.
Well, I look forward to talking with you again real soon.
Okay, been a pleasure.